President Brigham Young arose and gave the following instruction. We will readily perceive that the quorums of the 70s are somewhat different from the other quorums in the Church. The quorum of the 12 apostles is one quorum. They are the apostles to all the world. The high priest quorum is strictly but one quorum, though many quorums of high priests are made to accommodate members of that quorum living in different localities. The 70s are definitely multiplied by 70s. The first 70 was called in the winter of 1835, the winter after we returned from Missouri. What is called Zion's Camp went to Missouri in 1834. The next following winter, the 12 apostles were chosen. The prophet Joseph also then began to organize quorums of 70s. He organized one quorum, then he told the brethren to call upon other elders and ordained them into the 70s, forming another quorum of 70s, and then a fourth quorum, and a fifth, and a sixth, etc. How many quorums are there now, Brother Joseph? Brother Joseph, 62. There are now 62 quorums of 70s. The first quorum of 70s, where are they? 7 of them are here as first presidents of the 70s, and 63 of them now stand at the head of different quorums of 70s. 63 of them have been made presidents over quorums. It works very differently to what it does in other quorums of the Church. That leaves the first 7 men, apparently isolated, over the body of the first 70. The quorum they are now called to preside over has been taken and made presidents of other quorums. Consequently, there are only 7 men now belonging to the first quorum. Do we say that is a fact? No, only apparently. For when the 7 presidents over the first quorum wish to call their quorum together, they meet in quorum meetings such as you attend frequently in the 70s hall. They call the presidents of the various quorums together, and that is virtually their quorum. They are now 7 presidents to transact business, to guide, dictate, and direct the presidents of all the 70s, and to call and ordain other quorums of 70s. This virtually makes them the presidents of all the 70s. What is their true position in the kingdom of God? They are the first 7 presidents of all the 70s. Brother Joseph is the senior president over the first 7 presidents of the 70s. Brother Orson Hyde is the senior man now in the quorum of the 12 apostles, of those first chosen into that quorum. This calls him, by his age, to be the president of that quorum. Now I will go a step further for your consideration. The oldest man, the senior member of the first quorum, will preside, each in his turn, until every one of them has passed away. The next quorum that comes into action may take the senior man for a president, but not until the first quorum is gone. Brother Orson Hyde and Brother Orson Pratt Sr. are the only 2 that are now left in the quorum of the 12 that Brother Joseph selected. Perhaps there are a great many here who never thought of these ideas and never heard anything said about them. I will remark a little further. When Brother Lyman White was ordained into the quorum of the 12, he was an older man than I, and yet I was the president of the 12. He and others believed that he ought to be the president. But you can read the revelation in the book of Doctrine and Covenants. The Lord said to Joseph, I have given you my servant Brigham to be the president of the 12. Lyman could not be the president of the 12. This will explain all that is now necessary on this point. To return to the 70s, the first 7 are now presented. They are a body of men presiding over all the 70s, and they are presidents. But in organized quorums in the kingdom of God, there must be a head, or presiding officer, as well as in the first quorum of 70s, as in others, as you can read in the Revelations.